Hey guys, give me a thumbs up and hey everybody, let me know if you can see me and hear me and all that good stuff. Give me a couple thumbs up just to let me know that we're all here together. It is Jen, and we are going to be on here for just about an hour. If you are watching this after it is already pre-recorded, then my hope tonight is that we're going to talk mostly about the holidays at Walt Disney World. I'm not going to get political at all. Okay, great. Mike says you can hear me, and Mike is a great awesome supporter of the channel. Hey, Valerie, good to see you. Johnny, I'm so glad you're here from New Orleans. Awesome. Oh, you're headed to Disney World soon. That's great. I am going to start out with a disclaimer tonight. You are not going to hear me say anything political except for this one thing. And then this is a political free zone. Yay. If you have not voted and you are here, leave. Get in your car, go to your polling place, and go vote, because this democracy thing only works if we all participate. So if you are here and you have not voted, please go and do that now. So that is my only political disclaimer for the entire evening. I may say that one more time as we go on. Oh, I'm seeing so many great familiar names. Hi, Tara. Good to see you from Delaware. Dawn already voted. Good girl. Danielle says hi. Hey, Danielle. Lisa's here. Randy's here. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'll let you guys know the dogs are both down here. So if I run away really quick, it's because someone's gotten into something. It was either listen to them bark because they wanted to be down here with me, or put up with them being down here. So we'll just be family. So that's good. Thank you, Randy. I like the ears as well. Sarah, I'm so glad you came. Sarah just told me that she's been binge watching my videos. So she picked a good time to come because I'm here. So, oh, hey, Mariah's in the house. If y'all aren't following Mariah's Whole New World, she just put up her haul from her last Disney trip, and I haven't even seen it yet. So go follow her, Mariah's Whole New World. Greg, good to see you. So I wanted to kind of start out tonight. Oh, Heather voted early. Good. I voted early too, and I was so glad that I did, because you just never know, right? Things can happen, and I didn't want to wait in line forever, and it was just good to have it be over with. I actually scheduled this tonight because I wanted a distraction from all of that. So, oh, wow. Bert is here from the Republic of Panama. Awesome. Rachel, thank you for being here. You guys, I do have Super Chat turned on. I always like to explain what Super Chat is. There is a $ at the bottom of your screen. If you press that, it gives you an option to give money to the channel, and then it highlights you as a Super Chat person, and I will see your comments ahead of anyone else's. There is absolutely no pressure to do that whatsoever. Any money I do make from Super Chat, y'all need to know, always goes right back into the channel. It goes into money I use for giveaways. It goes into my equipment. It goes into my Wi-Fi, all of those kinds of things. So I always just like to tell people, if you want to support your favorite creator, Super Chat is one way to do that. So just press that little $ if that's something you're interested in doing. Oh, Melissa's here from Pixie Dust and Pins. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so the first thing, oh, yay, Atroposo7, thank you so much. Atroposo7 is one of my most faithful super chatters, and I appreciate it so much. So what do we say? We say super chat. And Craig, thank you so much for doing super chat. Craig Pett, that's awesome. Does anybody notice anybody new back here in the background? We finally have a little Minnie, and she's small, but she's mighty. So she's like, this Minnie is like my little dog. She's actually the alpha female. So she runs the roost back there. Oh, Gustavo from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. My dad loved Rio de Janeiro. He used to travel there for business. It was one of his favorites. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about today is holidays at Walt Disney World. Who's headed down for the holidays? Does anybody have any questions? If you saw the video that I did on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, you guys know that is like one of my most favorite events in the whole world. Who's going? Who wishes they were going? I wish I was going. I'm not going, unfortunately. Oh, Terry, your 3-year-old has the same Minnie Mouse. That's the best ever. So we I'm still trying to finagle a way to maybe get there for a party, but it's looking more and more like that's not going to happen. I am going to be in Walt Disney World in January, but if you guys have, let's see, Eddie, you're going for Thanksgiving. Oh, that brings up a good point. Eddie, are you guys eating Thanksgiving dinner in the parks, or like, are you eating in your villa? I was going to do a whole video about actually celebrating an actual holiday at Walt Disney World, because we've done Thanksgiving dinner in our villa. We've done Thanksgiving dinner at a Walt Disney World restaurant, and then we've come back on Thanksgiving Day and had Thanksgiving dinner at the Outback Steakhouse at MCO. Which an awesome blossom is not a terrible way to say thank you, America. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, going through the holidays is so amazing. Oh, Sarah. Okay. So I know, Sarah, your trip is coming up in 2 weeks, and you're going to Very Merry Christmas Party for the first time. Okay, and you're going a couple days after Thanksgiving. That is perfect. You will love that. And although it seems like they're putting up the resort decorations earlier than they used to, we've been going Thanksgiving week for like almost 10 years. Now it seems like all the resorts have everything up by Thanksgiving. So I even heard that the Contemporary already has their gingerbread stuff up, and the Grand Floridian, if they don't already, they should have that up really soon. So, oh, another first timer going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Oh, you guys, I just can't. Someone mentioned, Danielle, thank you so much. Super chat. Danielle, thank you for that. I really, really appreciate that support. Lisa's going to Disneyland in 20 days. Lisa, does Disneyland do a Christmas party? I feel like they do. I know they do the Christmas parade, and I know they do a Halloween party. Jenna is letting us know that Grand Floridian has the house up, but no gingerbread on it yet. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. So yeah, typically by Thanksgiving week, everything is done. And Barbara is right. She's mentioning that Liberty Tree has an awesome Thanksgiving dinner. They have Thanksgiving dinner all the time, and it is very traditional. In fact, it is this Stouffer's stuffing that my mom has made forever. So if you want a really traditional Thanksgiving, that is the best place to go. And by the way, at Disney, just like how you can celebrate your birthday any day, you can celebrate Thanksgiving any day. So if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving on Wednesday of that week or Friday of that week, you can do that because it's Disney World. You can do whatever you want. Brian's letting us know that Disneyland only does the Halloween party, but they still go all out decorating for Christmas. Okay, that's really good to know. And I think they have, Brian, don't they have the toy soldiers and the dancing reindeer and the parade at Disneyland as well as Disney World? Because that's very swoon worthy for me. So Sarah wants to know, if you could only choose one table service restaurant, which one would you choose? Oh my God, that's like Sophie's Choice. Okay, I can only choose one table service restaurant. Okay, I know what it is. So it's a sentimental choice. I would go to the beer garden. And I know some of you are probably surprised by that, but I'm going to tell you why. My first trip to Walt Disney World was in 1979. And my dad, I think it was 79. When did Epcot open, you guys? Someone smarter than me. What year did Epcot open? Because it was not that long after Epcot opened. Looking. 82. Okay, so it was 82 because it was 82 or 83. So it was somewhere around there. So I was a little older. I was 12. And we went to Beer Garden. Oh, come on, you guys. This is an easily Googleable thing. I love you guys so much. So somewhere between 1981 and 1983, Epcot opened. And that was the year we went because it was a very big deal. And Beer Garden was open and we ate there. And my dad was like in heaven and we had the best time. And so it has an extremely sentimental connection for me. So if I could only go one place, I would go there because he's been gone now 9 years and he and I were very close. So that's where I would go. Let's see. Lisa's telling me that Disneyland does have the toy soldiers and the dancing reindeer. Okay, good. Enough of you said 82 that it must have been 82. Great. Okay, that's good. Now we have verifiable the year that Epcot opened. Norma says we will be there on December 4th for 14 days. We did the Christmas party last year and really enjoyed it. Still not sure if we will do it this year. You know, and the thing is, Norma, it's expensive. There is no getting around it. And so you really have to decide. For us, it's a matter of would we not do something else in order to do the Christmas party? So I completely get that. Going to the Christmas party on November 27th. Love the Christmas party. I'm assuming Atropos, that comment is about my dad. Yeah, he was a really good guy. He's a really good guy. So quick story about my dad. One time we were at Disney World and we were running up and down the stairs of the fort on Tom Sawyer Island, and he knocked a kid down the steps. And at that point, he was in his 50s and we got in trouble by Disney security. The kid was okay, but it was just kind of a funny story. It's like this man in his 50s running, and they were like, "You're not supposed to run, sir." My dad, the Honeywell executive, "Yes, I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to run." The parade is so worth the money for the party. That's what Shelley says. I completely agree. To me, seeing that parade at night, that's just amazing. Barbara wants to know, oh gosh, okay, I have to pick a bar now. You guys made me pick a restaurant. She wants to know what bar would I choose. So that's going to be a toss up. Nah, you guys could guess. It's going to be Nomad Lounge. It's just got to be Nomad Lounge. Now, if you'd asked me before that opened, probably would have been Top of the World Lounge, which, as we know, is just for DVC members. But Nomad Lounge is just the best. So Dawn, I know, now she's moderating for me tonight. Dawn is going to the party, I know for sure. So Dawn, is this your first time going to the Christmas party? I feel like it is. Jenna, I so agree with you. Jenna says she wishes they would bring the night parade back to the Magic Kingdom. 100% agree. So getting back to the topic of like actually doing Thanksgiving meal. We have cooked, those of you that are either DVC members or if you've stayed in a villa, I have actually cooked a turkey in the 2-bedroom villa at Old Key West and at Vero Beach. I've done it like all the ways. I've cooked the full meal there. We've bought it like a honey baked ham and kind of just heated everything up. And then we've eaten out, and I kind of like cooking in the villa. That was really awesome. So Tara, yes. So your DVC members, so you can get into the party at 2 p.m. And it's a large group. So here's what I would say. The 3-year-old and 3-month-old, don't wake anybody up from their naps to go in. But I would say if the weather's good and it's not too hot, which I know seems ridiculous for the Christmas party, but it could be, then I would say get in as soon as you can, because typically, now nobody crucify me if this is not accurate on the day that you're there, but typically on a day where there's a Christmas party, the park is going to be less crowded because the people who don't have party tickets are going to look at the schedule and go, why would I burn a whole ticket to go to Magic Kingdom on a day when it closes at 6 o'clock? So usually 2 o'clock on, you're going to see a lot lower crowd. So I would definitely go in at 2 o'clock. Sarah wants to know, how is your back after hauling the vacuum? Yeah, Sarah, the cleaning lady thing is probably going to happen. Oh, super chat. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you so much. Oh, you just booked a trip for the week after Easter. That's a great time to go, actually, because all those spring break crowds are gone. I hope you have the best time ever. Thank you so much for that. Oh, Ken is here. Hey, Ken, I'm so glad you finally made it to one of the live chats. It's great to see you. So, Sarah, yeah, the cleaning lady thing is definitely on the schedule. As you guys know, I've been traveling so much. I've been spending so much time and money on traveling that I'm feeling really guilty paying for a cleaning lady on top of everything else. But yes, it would be a very good idea. Oh, Tara, thank you so much for that. Thank you for another super chat. I really appreciate that. And absolutely, you guys know you're always welcome to message me either through my Facebook page, which is Running for My Life, because Facebook won't let me change the name. Long story, but you can either message me through there or you can message me through Instagram anytime you guys have specific questions. And I really do try to answer those in a timely manner. So make sure you do that. If anything else comes up, Tara, and you have specific questions, feel free to reach out to me that way. And if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, please make sure you do that. And it is just Jen Lefforge, same as it is on everything else. Yes, but I am bowing or bowling, Ken. Are you bowing or are you bowling? I'm betting you're bowling, and that's why you won't be as interactive. Okay, Eddie says, I always like going to the Spirit of Aloha dinner show. Okay, for Thanksgiving. Eddie, that is such a good idea. I never would have thought of that. I wonder, do they do any like Mali Kalikimaka, like Christmas themed stuff for the Spirit of Aloha dinner show at Thanksgiving? I feel like maybe they would. That is such a great idea. You know that I have never done that show. I have wanted to do it for years, but I feel like we always have to choose between that and Hoop-de-doo, and we end up doing Hoop-de-doo more. So definitely need to put that on my list. Okay, Abigail's going to the new Storybook Dining at Artist Point opening night. Oh, Abigail, you have to tell me how it is. Now, tell me, I know it's Snow White and some of the dwarves, but not all of the dwarves, and the evil queen. That's who I'm thinking is going to be there. But I am super anxious, not just for those of you who don't know, Artist Point is being turned into a, hold on, please. Just got one held for review who said he was Donald Trump. I don't think it's actually Donald Trump joining our live tonight. So sorry, totally lost my train of thought. Oh, we were talking about Artist Point. They're changing it over from a signature dining to a character dining with some of the Seven Dwarves and the Evil Queen. And I'm not only interested in the character interaction, but the menu, because you know me, I'm all about the food. So I'm really anxious to see what they do with the food. Johnny, oh, you're doing Hoop-de-doo for the first time in January. Okay, Johnny, do you know how to get there? Because it's kind of tricky to get there. If you already have your plan, you don't even need to respond. But if you don't have a plan for getting there, let me know, and I have a great suggestion. Heather, where would I eat at Disney Springs? Oh, you guys, what's the name of the new Mexican restaurant that has not been there very long? I ate there. It was in my trip report. Oh, for heaven's sakes. The new Mexican restaurant, just type in like new Mexican restaurant, Disney Springs, and it will come up. We had the best meal there. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Frontera Cucina. Definitely recommend that. I felt like the food was really fresh and really good. And as a vegetarian, they had multiple options for me. And I absolutely love that place. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Johnny, no, you don't know how you're going to get there. Okay, so this is for everybody. Yes, it can be difficult, but it's not going to be difficult for you, Johnny, because you got me. So getting to Hoop-de-doo review, the quickest way. So the thing is, you can't, if you just have an Uber take you to Fort Wilderness, it's just going to take you to the front of Fort Wilderness. And then you're going to have to get on an internal bus to get to where Hoop-de-doo review is. Okay. So you have two choices. One is $20. And if you want to pay $20, you can take the minivans, and they are the only form of transportation that will drop you off right there, like right at where Hoop-de-doo review is. Done. So that's your option that costs money. Your second option, Melissa, is completely right. You can get on a boat either from the Magic Kingdom, which I think the Magic Kingdom boats run a little bit more regularly, or you can get on a boat from the Contemporary or from Fort Wilderness, and it will take you right over. There is a walking path between Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness, but it's long, and if it's dark, there's wild animals, and I'm not kidding, y'all, so probably don't do that. So either minivan for $20 will get you right to the front door, or the boat from the Magic Kingdom or from the Contemporary or Fort Wilderness. So that is how you get to Hoop-de-doo. Is the easiest way to get to Hoop-de-doo how you and Coral went? Yeah, it's the easiest way is to pay the $20. I just found out after Coral and I, when we posted that video, that you can take the minivans straight to the restaurants. That's because Uber can't go in there and Lyft can't go in there, just the minivans. So here's what I would do. If I was in a hurry, I would do that option. The boats are never fast. So the quickest way to get there is going to be to take a minivan. But again, that is going to cost you $20. So just kind of decide. Oh, Meredith, good. And you will love Hoop-de-doo. And anyone who's a vegetarian, Hoop-de-doo does a fantastic job for vegetarians. They try to rotate what they do, but they will have a full spread for you. So no fear with any vegans or vegetarians going to Hoop-de-doo. They will hook you up. Spring Dapper Days. Have I ever done Dapper Days? I have not. And I so would love to. That would be so fun. Just the whole dressing up thing. I wish Scott was more into that kind of thing. He's just kind of introverted and shy and never wants to draw attention to himself. And I don't understand that at all. I guess opposites attract. But Scott's my husband. We've been married for 29 years. So that's a long time. So clearly the introvert and me works. Okay. Sarah wants to know, what is my favorite ride? Sorry, I just saw Keith's thing too. He would like to walk to see the wild animals. Not me, not at night. During the day, I'd be okay with that. Oh, what is my favorite ride? Okay. Probably Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I'm going to go with Haunted Mansion. It was always my kids' favorite ride. I love the detail. Haunted Mansion is one of those rides that I wish I could slow down time and just like take it all in. But I have so many amazing memories with my kids on that ride. So I'm going to go. Peter Pan is what I said in my video was my favorite ride. But if I'm going to be honest, I think it's really Haunted Mansion. It's not that I wasn't being honest when I did the video. I do love me some Peter Pan. But where I'm sitting right here today, I'm switching my answer to Haunted Mansion. Am I allowed to do that? Sure. It's my YouTube channel. I can do what I want. Let's see. Edward says, I never was interested in any of the special events until I started watching your channel. Now I want to go to all of them. Edward, on behalf of your credit card company, I apologize for that because they're not cheap. And it's one of those things that if it is your first time to Disney World, don't do special events, right? There is enough to see at Disney without paying any extra money for anything. So I say if it's your first time, just go classic, right? You don't need to add on dinner shows and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and special ticketed events. But when you've been going for a while and you're looking for like that extra special way to celebrate, I think they really are awesome. Pamela, I'm sorry about the dogs. I'm kind of like, it's just better to just let them go. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but they're kind of my babies. So they run the house. I know that's not healthy, but it is what it is. Shelly, you've never done Haunted Mansion. Oh my gosh, you have to do Haunted Mansion. So we are just about halfway done. So I'm going to mention Super Chat again. Those of you that have already done it, thank you so much. If you want to hit that little dollar sign at the bottom, that's just a way for you to let me know that you appreciate the work I do. And all the money that I get through Super Chat and through any of my advertising, it goes right back into the channel. And we're almost to the point where I have broken even and my husband has stopped asking me to stop spending so much money on YouTube stuff. I'm just kidding. He hasn't asked me that at all. He doesn't care. But it would be good if it was self-sustaining. So every little bit helps. Any Epcot candlelight processional tips? We did not get the dining package. Oh my gosh, Meredith, I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, you guys know what I have pulled up on my phone? Did you see the list for the candlelight processional? I was dying. Okay, so I want to know when I read this list, who you guys would like wait a really long time to see. Okay, we're going to read through the list. So November 22nd. Okay, does everybody even know what the candlelight processional is? Oh my gosh, that was rude. So Candlelight Processional is the most beautiful telling of the Christmas story through singing from local choirs. And they actually create this huge Christmas tree. And there's always a celebrity narrator. And it is just spectacular. I love this event. So we've got Cheetah Rivera, Helen Hunt, Alfonso Ribeiro. Do I know who that is? Robbie Benson, John Stamos, Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris is the one that I would camp overnight to see. Whoopi Goldberg, Bart Millard, Blair Underwood, Gary Sinise, Pat Sajak, Olil Cravalho, Edward James Olmos, who I once saw at San Luis Obispo at a restaurant, Jody Benson, and Cal Ripken Jr. So, Andrea, thank you so much. We got another super chat. Thank you for that, Andrea. Oh, you are so welcome for all the great info and all the adventure. I try. Melissa, I'm with you. Paige O'Hara would be great to see. Yeah, a lot of those narrators are awesome. So Jody Benson, what did I say? Wrong. Let's see. Oh, Helen Hunt. I love her too. I actually my husband flew her on a flight once and I have an autographed picture of her, but that's really I know John Stamos. Jenny isn't on here, but Jenny from the Neverland family usually pops on at some point. And I think she's going to go see John Stamos because I would wait in line for that one too. So you guys were asking about if I've ever done any of the special tours. I don't remember who asked that, but I have done the Keys to the Kingdom tour. And y'all, if you are a Disney fan, you have got to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. It is, so you go, you can't do it unless I think you're 16. You go into the utilidors, so you go underneath. The guides have so much insider information. You get to you ride a couple rides with your guide, and you have this little thing where he's talking in your ear while you're riding the ride. I would really like to do it again because it's been a few years, and my son was dying to finally turn 16 so that we could do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. And obviously, they don't let you do it if you're younger because they don't want to spoil the magic. But it was an unforgettable morning and worth every single penny we spent on it. So 2 thumbs way up for the Keys to the Kingdom tour. Let's see. I think I missed a bunch. Saw your vlog. Hey, Jen, saw your vlog at MNSSHP. I will be there. Let's see. When the Christmas parade will run during normal park hours, can you compare crowd level on second to last day parade versus regular park day? I can't because I've never watched the parade on a regular park day. I'm assuming, because I know they don't start running it until like the 22nd, that it's going to be packed. And I think they only run it once, so it's definitely going to be crowded. So I would stake out your spot really early for that. Let's see. Alfonso, Prince of Bel-Air, Alfonso Roberto Carlton was on that show. Let's see. Behind the Scenes at Epcot. Yeah, Keith, that's a great tour for only $25. The other tour I'm hearing really good things about that if you guys follow Disney Kitty, she just did the what's the elephant one called? Caring for the Giants. And it's only $30. And if you like elephants, that looked really, really good too. That's at Animal Kingdom, obviously. Up to now, Norma says we have seen Neil Patrick Harris, Whoopi Goldberg, and Trace Adkins. Love Christmas at Epcot. We are doing Walking with the Giants tour at AK this year. Okay, Norma, you'll have to let me know how that goes. And also, Melissa, Marceline to Main Street. I kind of want to do that tour as well. Has anybody else done Marceline to Main Street? Because that one looks really intriguing to me. Megan wants to know, is Thanksgiving week crowded or light on crowds? Okay, here's the scoop on Thanksgiving week. You guys want to know the scoop on Thanksgiving week? This has been our week. In fact, I'm a little brokenhearted that we're not going to be there this year. But one of my college-age sons is at a college that does not give them all of Thanksgiving week off, which is so rude. But anyway, doesn't matter. We'll get over it. We're going to go another time. But here's the deal on Thanksgiving week. From Saturday before Thanksgiving until Tuesday, it will be light to medium, okay? Starting Tuesday, it will start to get more and more crowded. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be very crowded, okay? So don't let it bother you. Like, you can have a good plan and you will have a ball. And it's such a magic. Obviously, we've done it like 10 times. I have no problems at all going Thanksgiving week. Well, what I usually tell people is if you're going to have the whole week, try to front end like the higher crowd stuff. Like, I would definitely do Happily Ever After earlier in the week. I would definitely do any of the nighttime shows or things that tend to be really crowded, do those earlier in the week. I just froze for a minute. You guys still have me? You get in okay, Tara, that's perfect. You get in the Friday before Thanksgiving and you leave the Tuesday before. Perfect. That you guys will have a phenomenal time. You'll start being able to tell. Well, if you leave on Tuesday, but even Monday, you'll start to notice it a little bit. But that Friday in particular will be great, and you will have a really good weekend. So that's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for you, and I'm jealous. Ken, thank you. I love the ears too. Osborne Christmas lights. Oh, Eddie, don't talk to me about the Osborne Christmas lights. I just can't even. I feel like now there's people that weren't even alive when the Osborne Christmas lights were going on, but we saw it multiple years. My mom, this was not long after my dad had passed, and we took her to Disney, and we came out of Sci-Fi, and she didn't know what the Osborne lights were. So we came out of we went into Sci-Fi when they weren't going yet. We came out of Sci-Fi, rounded that corner, and she saw all the Osborne lights. She still talks about that as like her favorite Disney memory. It was so amazing. Dawn, I'm sorry you never got to see the Osborne lights. I'm still holding out hope that in some shape, form, or fashion, they'll bring it back. I just feel like there's got to be an opportunity for them to put it somewhere, because I think everybody really misses it. It was just so spectacular. So absolutely loved it. So anybody else going? Oh, Jennifer wants to know, is it difficult to plan a wedding at Disney? That is an interesting question. I don't think it's difficult. In fact, I think it's actually quite easy because, they have their own wedding coordinators, they have a whole area devoted to that. What I think it is expensive. So, you can save time or you can save money, but you can't save both. So I think Disney has it down as far as planning a wedding. I just think it's a lot of money. I actually looked into doing, Scott and I are hoping to do a vow renewal for our 30th anniversary. Yeah, that's right. Oh gosh, you guys, Cindy, AKA Disney Queen, if you are not following her channel, I'm telling you guys, just go listen to this woman talk to you for a half hour. She will lower your blood pressure. Absolutely adore her. Check out her channel for sure. And she says about the weddings, it's not difficult, but it's very costly. So if you have a lot of money, then you can make that happen. Michelle, hey Michelle, just joined the stream. Also, those are very nice ears. Where did you get them? I bought these ears 6 years ago, the first time we did the Christmas party. So I don't think they do the green and red anymore. I think now they've switched to the red and green, maybe. Someone can tell me if you've seen what the most recent ones are, but I have not seen these particular ears and I absolutely love them. So thank you for that compliment. Meredith wants to know, what's your favorite resort to visit for seeing Christmas decorations? We want to resort hop during our next trip in December. Meredith, this is one of my favorite things to do. So obviously the monorail loop. Atropos, I was talking about Cindy, AKA Disney Queen. Look up there. That's literally the name of her channel. CYNDI, AKA Disney Queen. You will love her. She's awesome. Oh, Ken, thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do that. Okay, just took care of that. Ken has been such a great supporter of the channel. And if you're bowling and you just did a super chat, I am super, super impressed. Okay, so Christmas resorts. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the monorail loop. So I love, well, the Grand Floridian, obviously. I would end with the Grand Floridian. I would start at the Contemporary? Yes, I would start at the Contemporary and make my way around. Am I going the right direction? Yeah. And I would do, oh, Keith, thank you so much. I got another super chat, you guys. I really appreciate that, Keith. Thank you, Kent. Thank you. And you always give great advice to everybody. So I really appreciate you very much. You will see, so the Contemporary always does a beautiful tree and a beautiful gingerbread house. The Polynesian always does a beautiful tree, and they usually have some kind of gingerbread display. And then, of course, the Grand Floridian. I mean, come on, really? You've got amazing tree. You've got the life-size gingerbread house. They sell gingerbread in the gingerbread house. So our favorite thing to do is to make a dining reservation at the Grand Floridian Cafe, which I feel like is kind of an undersung star. The food there is really solid. We always have a great experience. I have no idea what that was. That was really loud. Okay, it was my kid. Never mind. We're fine. Sorry. I thought we were being broken into. We're not. We're fine. Everybody's fine. But that's just such a gorgeous place to end the evening. So I would definitely recommend that. Also, Animal Kingdom Lodge has a beautiful tree. Their tree was like nothing I've ever seen in my life. So definitely if you're in that area, make a trip over to Animal Kingdom Lodge to look at that. Boardwalk always has a beautiful gingerbread display, as well as Beach Club and Yacht Club. Johnny, thank you so much. We got another super chat, you guys. Yay for super chat. If you're new, super chat is that little button and you can give money, and then I spend it on giving stuff away. And also video lights and things like that. Speaking of which, I was going to do a 4,500 subscriber giveaway, but we kind of blew through that. So I have a giveaway that I am so excited about as soon as we get to 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, do it, because the sooner I get to 5,000, the sooner we can do that giveaway. And I'm so excited about it. I can't stand it. So, oh, Johnny, thank you for saying that. I really, really appreciate that. I do try to put information out there that is really helpful. So that means a lot to me. Oh, hey, Katie. Katie's here. She just joined. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah, I know, Melissa. We are getting great super chats tonight. Super chat song. I know. Well, you know what song I just thought about? Super chat, super chat. It's super chatty, and that doesn't probably work. I should probably never do that again. Anna wants to know if I've ever taken advantage of the dog-friendly hotels with your pups. Okay, here's why I wouldn't. do you hear these dogs? Like, I would have no problem taking them, except for the fact that during the day, I would probably like, what do you do? Do you leave them in the room? Because I'd probably end up taking them to the kennel, and then I don't feel right about that, and then I would worry that they would disturb people. So I love my dogs, but I feel like they're safer here at home. I just feel like that's a better way to go. So, has anybody else ever taken your dogs to Disney? Because I know they just started doing that at several of the hotels, and I see when we're there, I'll see people walking their dogs and whatever. And personally, I love that. I know some people were freaked out about dogs being there, but I love seeing people's dogs, so that made me really happy. Abby wants to know, what are some of your favorite counter service places at Walt Disney World? Abby, I actually did a video on this. You may have to hunt for it, but it's definitely there. I think if you put in just Jen Lefforge quick service or Jen Lefforge counter service, it will come up. My favorites are the Satuli Canteen at Animal Kingdom, and the Columbia Harbor House at Magic Kingdom is my favorite. Also, if you are wanting like something as a vegetarian, this is one of my favorites at Pinocchio Village House. They have really good pasta. It's very plain Jane, but sometimes when I'm at Disney, I just want like something hot and nourishing, and you can get really good breadsticks and noodles and butter. Which I happen to love. So you can get red sauce too. And I think they have meat sauce, but I just like it. I know it's like super plain Jane, but I like it. Oh, somebody's in the UK. Oh my gosh. It's so late there, isn't it? You know, Norma, I was just there. I want to go back. I've only been back from the UK since last Saturday, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. And I'll have my next London visit video should be up in a couple days. So I'm excited about that. Oh no, the lobster roll wasn't good. Yeah, you know what I get, Melissa? I'm a vegetarian, but I also eat fish. So I get the tuna sandwich there is really, really good. And I love their chips. Their chips are like homemade and really good. So yes, definitely give it another try. Oh, Kayla, you know, you're so sweet to say my singing is the best. It's just kind of, there's actually like a disorder I have, I think. I saw it somewhere, or a coworker forwarded on to me, where you always hear songs all the time. I don't know. I don't think it's like requiring any accommodations, but it is just part of what you get with me is lots of singing. Oh, Brittany, yay, fellow pescatarian. That's awesome. My favorite meal snack in Disney. Okay, my favorite snack is not on the dining plan, and I get it at don't get the regular. I'm sorry, I skipped a word. I got so excited I skipped a word. It's a pretzel, but not a Mickey pretzel. I don't like the Mickey pretzels. The pretzel that you're going to want, and you can actually get it two places and they're just about the same. The one in Germany. Now, it is this big, so you probably want to split it. And I think it's like $6.99, like it's really expensive. The pretzel that you get at the counter service in Germany, but also the pretzel at Baseline Tap House, which if you guys have not stopped in there, that is like one of my favorite little hole in the walls to stop into. Mark wants to know it's $10, Jenna. Is it really? So the pretzel at the counter service in Germany is $10. But you guys, here's what you do. You go and you get that, and then you get the Hefeweizen grapefruit beer, and you just sit there and you just watch the people go by. I gotta go. I gotta go no, I'm just kidding. I can't go right now. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question I was going to answer. Shoot. You guys, what was it? There was a question I was going to answer. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I guess I was in the middle of answering that about what's my favorite snack or meal. And then what's my favorite meal at Disney? Oh, that's impossible. I can't even answer that. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I like the breakfast at, oh gosh, what would I say? I don't know. We just got done having the breakfast at Ohana, and that was pretty darn good. They had a veggie thing there with tofu that was really good. Yeah, and Atropos is telling me again about the vegetarian chili. Oh, Mark, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love that you guys are helping me. So what is my favorite thing about DVC? So it's kind of boring, Mark, but my favorite thing about DVC, because we have 3 kids, is that we can stay in a villa with a washer and dryer, a full kitchen, a full-size refrigerator. If I plan it right, everybody has their own bathroom. If it's a 2-bedroom, at least I have my own bathroom. So that is really a big deal to me that we have enough room to spread out. Also, because I have 3 boys, those of you who have a lot of kids, which I don't know what we were thinking either. I'm just kidding. I love them. Aren't they cute? I love them. When you travel with your kids, especially if they're over like the age of 8, a little separation is not a bad thing. It's kind of nice for them to have their own bathroom. It's kind of nice for them to have their own space. The villas, if I pay cash, are so expensive. I could never afford to stay in a 2-bedroom villa if I was paying cash. But with DVC, I can. So we have room to spread out. It feels more like home away from home. And that's definitely my favorite thing about DVC. So yes, I think the villas are worth it. Thank you for laughing at me. Jenny's here. Jenny, I've been doing the super chat song without you. We've had great super chat interaction tonight. And I've been doing the Frank and Jenny Neverland family super chat. And you haven't been here to do it with me. So anyway, if you guys are not following the Neverland family, I think a lot of you already do. But I knew that Jenny was going to be editing tonight and she took a break to come over and join us. So I'm so glad that you're here. Let's see. I need a how to convince husband that you should purchase DVC video. Yeah, you're not the first one to say that. Ironically, whenever I do, this will make you guys laugh so hard. Whenever I do a DVC video that's like not anti-DVC, but anytime I do the ones that kind of brings out the what's the word? The kind of more realistic part of DVC, men always watch it far more than women. And I swear it's because they're searching to try to find something to keep their wives from buying DVC. But I will do that. I will do ways to convince your how about instead of ways to convince your husband, ways to convince the person who doesn't want to buy it that it's a good idea? And that actually would be really fun because I know that a lot of husbands, I know for my husband, the big thing was being trapped into paying those maintenance fees year after year. So it wasn't until he realized how easy it was to sell that he was on board with that. Because his thing was, what if we don't like Disney anymore? What if we decide we want to go to Hawaii or whatever? Well, you could still go to Hawaii, but we've actually sold one of our contracts, and that was such an easy process. Like we put it on the market and it sold 3 days later. It wasn't. We still had some stuff to go through for that, but it is, as opposed to most timeshares, it is very easy to sell your DVC timeshare. So Jules says he isn't allowed to watch those videos. Jules, come on. We got to walk in with realistic expectations, right? So hoping to get DVC in a couple years. What I am doing, probably, in fact, I know I'm doing a video coming up here because we're in the market for a new contract. So I'm trying to decide between a few home resorts for our new contract. So I'll be doing that video and kind of talking through where we're considering and all of that. So I'll save that for the video, but be looking for that in the next couple of weeks. I think I have it scheduled to go up on the 17th. Jennifer says, I just talked his ear off about it and it worked. He bought just to shut me up. Mm-hmm. Yep, that happens. That happens. Let's see. Mike, you don't like Disney anymore? Oh, that makes me sad. Let's see. Bay Lake. I know Jenny wants me to buy Bay Lake. And Bay Lake is, honest to goodness, it's up there. The only hesitation I'm having, Jenny, and we have to figure out a way around this. I need a grand villa at some point once I have the grandbabies, and the points required for a grand villa at Bay Lake are like, oh my gosh. And we would want it over Thanksgiving. So I really need that 11-month window, which is why Old Key West is getting a little bit of a nod, even though it has that earlier expiration, because I can actually afford a grand villa at Old Key West with what I could afford for points. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll talk that through more with you guys when we get closer. Eddie, I love Animal Kingdom too. I'm going to be there in January. So that's actually my next Disney trip, unless I decide to hop on a plane and be there for the Christmas party, which I probably won't, but I might. You never know. And Dawn's right. It's 400 plus points for the Grand Villa. So Dawn, if we did that, it would be like every other year. Yeah, Jenny, we didn't have the good sense to just have 2 children like you did. We had to go and have 3. Now, in my defense, I had 2 of them at the same time, and I didn't have any control over that. But it does mean that if we're going to have kids and significant others and hopefully grandchildren, I'm going to want to do a grand villa. So, you just joined at Alani. I love Alani. I was there. was it a year ago, June? We didn't stay there. We stayed at the Marriott property that's right next door, but we went over to Alani and had a couple meals over there, and just so beautiful. And yeah, Tara, I agree on the poly. It's tough because the only way we could do poly is if we do 2 studios. And I don't like that, right? Because I like everybody like having a family room and being together and all of that. And I think I'm going to want that more. So Kayla wants to know, is the annual pass worth it for out-of-state people? Well, if you're an insane out-of-state person and you go as much as I do, then yes, it's absolutely worth it. The rule of thumb is if you're going to be at Disney World 10 days or more, it is worth getting the annual pass for the discounts, and you actually end up kind of breaking even. So just do the math, figure out if what we used to do when we lived in Texas, because now that we're so close, it totally makes sense. But when we lived in Texas, we used to try to get 2 trips in under 1 annual pass. So then it would be like 14 days worth of park admission, and then it made sense. So you just kind of have to run those numbers. I love that you get a 20% discount on merchandise, and that really does add up. And a little tip on that, if you buy a bottle of water at like a gift shop, you even get 20% off on the bottle of water. Does that make sense? So it's a way to kind of sneak in some extra money off, which is never a bad idea. Atropos, Jen is a pass holder and she is out of state. Good Lord, Melissa, can you imagine if I wasn't as often as I've been there recently? That would be horrible. Atropos is saying that Saratoga Springs is the best value right now. I do like Saratoga, and we typically have a car anymore. So the treehouse villas are really enticing to me, even though I know they're not that convenient if you don't have transportation. But if you have a car, those appeal to me. So let's see. I thought somebody else. My wife and I are going to do the annual pass for our 25th anniversary. We're going to go as many times as we can. Edward, I love that idea. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic way to do that. Oh my gosh, what a great way to celebrate 25 years. That's the best ever. I just adore that. And Jenny, I know you're right. Should I not have said that about the bottle of water? Yeah, usually I take my own. I have my Swell bottle, and I'm really big about the environment. So I usually try not to buy bottled water whenever humanly possible. But if we have to break down and get it, I'm always getting it at a gift shop so I can get the 20% off. But yeah, don't spread that around. Kathy says we're thinking of getting an annual pass and we leave in Canada. Well, yeah, you have a whole pavilion. Kathy, were you a fan of 30 Rock? Because there was a great scene when Jack's wife was getting ready to give birth, and they were in Canada, and she's like, I can't have my baby in Canada. The Canada Pavilion at Epcot doesn't even have a ride. Thought that was funny. It does have a good movie, though. I love that movie. Let's see. Yeah, Keith is mentioning maybe don't get the AP for the whole crew, because you only need one person to have an annual pass to get the annual pass holder discount on merch and on room stays. So that's actually a really good thought, Keith. Thank you for that. My husband wants to know, this is from Kayla, do you guys have tables in Wonderland, and what are your thoughts on it? So we used tables in Wonderland for years and we loved it. I think I purchased it 4 or 5 years in a row. And then 2 things changed. Number one, they upped the price. I don't remember when we first bought it. I think it was like $50. And then I feel like somebody fill in numbers for me, but then I feel like it went up to like $78. And now I feel like it's over $100, and they just kept upping the price. At the same time that Tables in Wonderland kept going up in price, they started adding 10% discounts at a ton of table service restaurants for annual pass holders and DVC members. So you see where I'm going with this. Yes, Tables in Wonderland got me 20% off, but it was costing me so much more. And if I was already saving 10% at a lot of the table service restaurants, it didn't make as much sense. Having said that, we have a big family trip. All 5 of us are going January of 2020. And it may very well be that Tables in Wonderland, okay, Atropos is telling me it's $175. So that, with all 5 of us going, I mean, we sit down for, y'all, it's so ridiculous. We sit down for a table service meal with all 5 of us. It's $250 easy, depending on, what we get and everything. So At that point, I think I probably will get it because even I think we would break even, but I have to run the math and make sure. Oh, 150 for DVC members. Yeah, so that's what I would what it would cost me. Johnny wants to know. I can't remember if you did the Ratatouille ride in Paris. Oh, did I do the Ratatouille ride in Paris? I think I rode it 5 times. They do single rider at the one in Paris, which I hope they're gonna do at the one in, Disney World. You guys, this ride, it is just enchanting. I have no words. It is like the most precious, adorable. I rode it 5 times. You see new things every time. We are in for a treat. Cannot wait for that ride to open. So that's a really big deal. Kathy wants to know if there's a pass that covers both Disneyland and Disney World. There used to be. It was like a gold passport. I think it's still there. I've been tempted to get that a few times, but I think you have to. I think you have to go to both parks multiple times to make it worth it. So I've never done it, but I've thought about it a lot. And Jenny, I'm so with you. I can't. Oh my gosh, Max and Ellie are going to love this ride. Like it is going to be a dream for them. I think it's one of those, I think we've been missing some newer rides that kids really love. So this kind of meets that, but then adults will love it too. So super excited for that. Okay, Melissa says, yes, they still have it for both. And it's like $1,400. That's a little steep for my blood. I would really have to, like, if I was going to do something really remarkable and like go back and forth all year, which wouldn't be the worst thing. Or if I was like no, because a California resident, that probably wouldn't make sense anyway, because you could get the better pass. I'm not sure how the math would work on that, but anyway. Let's see, what was the other? I'm excited about the ride. Cindy, I am too. Is it going to be open for your trip? I think it will be, because your trip is still like 10 months out, isn't it? So I think it will be open when you go. Yeah, Kathy, be careful with that Disney math for that, because what will happen is you'll have to take a lot more trips to make it worth it. Disney math, where you have to spend all this money in order to make it worth it to save money, that starts to get a little bit confusing after a long time. So you have to be really careful with that. Alpha says that I look like a teacher. I do look like a teacher. I actually started out to be an elementary school teacher and didn't end up doing that, but I think I would have been really good at that. When is Ratatouille opening? I'm not sure. I'm sure Cindy knows. It's not that much longer before it opens. I know they're well underway. Okay, Keith says Tables in Wonderland gets you the extra 10%, but also includes alcohol if you like wine with dinner or to pop into a lounge. See, and with by the time we go, my twins still won't be 21. My oldest is obviously 21. Scott doesn't drink, but I do. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. It may very well be worth it, especially since, Keith, I'll also be doing my regular Run Disney trips. So I'll be able to use it that whole year. So it probably will make it worth it. Oh, Johnny, thank you. To start the dual Disney pass for more fun videos. Oh, yes. So I should do it for the channel. Yay. Johnny gave me $5 for super chat to put. Johnny, I would have to do a super chat every night for like the next 5 years in order to get the money. Yes, I will take super chat donations for me to get if I get $1,400 for super chats, Johnny, I will get a dual pass and I will just go back and forth between California and Florida. You guys are the best. That's funny. It doesn't open till 2021. Oh, stink. I don't like that. Oh, well, sorry about that. But Johnny, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Kathy, for being willing to travel with me. I have a lot of fun with my trips, and yeah, we have a really good time. So my moderators are busy. I guess people are probably getting into trouble, which is good. That's why you're grateful that you have moderators. Okay, so we only have how much time? We have 8 minutes left. So I want to ask you guys a question. I want to know, is there anything that I have not, if you're one of my regular subscribers, and I'm going to make one more note, if you have not, what is well said, Mark? Now I want to see what Mark said. Oh, you're like our adoptive Disney mom. That makes me so happy. I'll do that as long as I don't have to pay to put you all through college. So what was I saying? You guys, seriously, what was I just saying? It was something really good about, videos. And I was saying, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please take care of that right away, because I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed. About half of my views come from subscribers and the other half come from everybody else. So anyway, if you're not subscribed, please do that. And then you guys, I would love for you to tell me if there's videos that I have not done that you would like to see. And if you think of something, you are always welcome to message me through my Facebook page, Running for My Life, or through Instagram. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, I already have a ton of videos planned, but I love hearing what you guys want to see more of. William Light just popped on and he said, "Good evening, Jen. I know we're talking ratatouille." Well, I don't know how we got off on ratatouille, but now I kind of want that because that's a really good meal. But if you could let me know if you need to provide a proof of time for a Disney 5K. No, the 5K is actually not even, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the 5K is even timed. Do they take proof of time for the 5K? Maybe they do, because maybe they do put you in different corrals. I've only done the 5K once, William, and I'm sorry, I'm not being better about this. And we just did it for fun because there were so many characters. So nobody really cared if it, like, where we were or whatever, because it's such a short race. So I don't think you need proof of time, but you probably want to Google search that and double check. I know definitely for the 10Ks and longer, you're going to want to do a proof of time. I know you're not going at Christmas, but I really would love some new tips. Oh, Cindy. So what are you saying, Cindy? That I probably need to go? That I probably need to go and do the monorail loop and record all the Christmas decorations and eat all the Christmas food? I'm feeling like that's what you're saying. It's Cindy. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm feeling like that's what you're telling me I need to do. Oh, Dawn wants me to go because she's going to be there too. So Kayla wants to know, what is my favorite Run Disney race? Star Wars. And here's why. The course is my favorite. There's very little hills. The theme is adorable. The Star Wars stuff is hysterical. I like the time of year. It's not as crowded. The course is not as crowded as Princess or Marathon Weekend. And I do it with my best running friend, Sarah. So it is hands down. What is this, the 4th year for Star Wars? And I've done it every year, and I will do it as long as they have it. Absolutely, absolutely love the Star Wars race. So Cindy, thank you for clarifying that. That is what I think I may have to go do. So I'll have to connect with a couple local people. I'll see when Jenny's going, because Jenny, you'll hang out with me if I go to Disney by myself, right? Because there's certain things I totally don't mind doing alone at Disney, 100%, but the parties feel kind of sad for me to do by myself. I think just because I would miss my family. So if I decide to go to one of the Christmas parties, I'm going to have to reach out to you guys and see who I can tag along with. Melissa wants to know, which one would I recommend for a first Disney run? Okay. Well, Jenny, I know you're going to be there in January. I'm already planning on seeing you in January. For your first Run Disney run, any of them would be great. I always think Marathon Weekend in January is a phenomenal one to do for your first time, because it is the classic, right? It was the first Run Disney race. It typically draws some really big names in the running community. So especially if you're a first time runner, there's like this awe factor of who's there. And even like the expo is the biggest of all the races. It is, to me, the most exciting race weekend of the entire Disney race calendar. So if it's your first one, that is one that I would recommend to you, because I absolutely love it. So, yeah. Keith, Abracadabra. How have I not been to Abracadabra yet? I have heard so many great things about it, and I have yet to go. So I need to go and do that for sure, 100%. Oh, Natalie, you guys are so sweet. I have no doubt if I put out there, because you all are the best subscribers in the whole universe, if I put out there, hey, you guys, I'm here, somebody come hang out with me, that there would be someone there and that you would take pity on me and we would have a fabulous time. So Atropos, you're going May, June, Boardwalk Villas and Polly. Are you doing a split stay? I'm assuming that you are. So Atropos, are you doing a split stay because you had to do a split stay, or are you doing a split stay because you wanted to? Because either one is fine, but I'm always curious with DVC if it's because that was just the way availability. Dawn, so I signed up for Light Side, and my running friends are giving me a ration because I think they all signed up for Dark Side. So I may have to change that. I know that we are at Bay Lake Tower for that race, so I'm super excited about that. But so race calendar wise, so that you guys know, we've got January coming up. I'm doing the half. I know. Sorry. Boy, for someone with ADD like I have, that was really a jump. Cindy, Coral is on a cruise right now. She's on a 7-day cruise, the little brat. So I would love for her to go to the Christmas party with me, except for she's on a cruise, which is just rude that she didn't take me with her. So I'm doing the half marathon in January, and then I'm doing the half marathon in April. So that's what's scheduled as of right now. Oh, Just Out and About. If you guys aren't following Just Out and About, they do a lot of really fun videos. They do Disney, and they just did a whole thing on the Halloween party and the Halloween Horror Nights and all that. And they're going to be there for Christmas as well. So that's a great channel. You should go and check them out. Okay, you guys. Well, oh, the discount we got for Hoop-Dee-Doo paid for the Tables in Wonderland. Yeah, that was the other thing I mentioned when you guys brought up Tables in Wonderland. If we're going to do Hoop-Dee-Doo, I got to do Tables in Wonderland. Because if you're doing one of the big, expensive dinner shows, Tables in Wonderland is a must. Can you imagine if we do Hoop-Dee-Doo for all 5 of us, which is kind of a tradition for us, so we probably will, so that's a big deal. Mike wants to know, can I drive to the race from a resort, or do we have to take a bus? You can totally drive. I've never done it, but a lot of people do, and you can actually sleep in a little more if you drive. Just make sure you get good directions, because a lot of the roads are closed for the race, but people do it all the time. You can totally drive. Let's see, Split was planned for, okay, got it. So you did that on purpose. That's good. Eddie, I've only done one Disney cruise, and it was a long time ago, and I'm very much ready to do another one. So, okay, you guys, once again, our hour has flown by. I want to give a big shout out of thanks to my super chatters. You guys, as always, that is so much appreciated. I cannot even tell you. And to all of you that, oh, Edward, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be careful about switching to the dark side. Forever will it dominate your destiny. Thank you, Yoda. That was definitely worth your $5 super chat. Oh, I don't know. I hope it was. I so appreciate that, Edward. Thank you for the super chat. You guys are the best. Thank you to my moderators, to Melissa and Dawn and Jenny. You guys, I appreciate you, because it seemed like we had a few wackos on tonight. So it's always great to see you guys. Always great to have family in the house. Thanks for putting up with the dogs. If you're stressed out about the election, I'm going to leave you with these parting words from our yeoman when we did the Tower of London. He said, there is a market out there to make you afraid, to think that it's the worst it's ever been. But guess what? It's always been bad. You always have a voice. We can always do better than we're currently doing. And it's all going to be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. But this is the end of our live stream. So thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye-bye.